Hello, my pretties. Welcome back to episode 5 of my Traitors recap. I'm going to call this episode No One Mourns the Wicked. So let's get into it. First of all, is there a salmon shortage in Scotland? Everyone is fighting left and right over the salmon in that house. So we find out that Monet was murdered the night before. I am so sad about that. I feel like if we're going to have drag race contestants on, Big Brother contestants, Survivor, it all needs to be an equal amount of contestants. Otherwise, it's just not fair. Like, I don't understand why we're only getting one drag race per season. We need like 5. If I could have Bianca Del Rio in the castle as a traitor, I think my heart would sing. I think I would be the happiest person on earth. There's so many contestants from Drag Race that would be great on the show. So next season, I really hope they cast more than one. After breakfast, Lisa is trying her best to fit in and like make it seem like she's the faithful, but it's so awkward. I just feel like she gets stuck trying to explain her reasoning and like she has a hard time coming from the faithful perspective. So I hope it gets better for her, but I don't know if she's up to this. Colton is definitely starting to rub the house the wrong way, especially because he got Tiffany so completely wrong. Maura and Michael are discussing why they followed him. Kristen is like, why are we letting Colton run the show? And just the way he's accusing people feels very off to her, and I agree, but little does she know it has nothing to do with him being a traitor and everything to do with just the person he is. Next, we're at the challenge. Nothing much to say besides they do well. A lot of people think that Maura and Rob have a thing going on, which I can see. They're both hot people, and if I were in that house with Rob, I too would be all over him. And I honestly probably wouldn't be able to speak to him because he's so damn hot. But Maura, get it. Rob, get it. You guys are both hot people. I support it. The big part of this challenge is that if anyone takes the shield, then the traitors get to kill at night. So they're all just saying to each other, do not take a shield, whatever you do. We all want to stay safe. But I feel like if anyone took a shield, it'd probably be Colton because he's playing the hardest and he's the most paranoid, and I don't know, he plays very selfishly, so I really wouldn't be surprised if he took a shield, but I don't think anyone took it. I'm gonna place bets that no one took it because it makes you kind of sus. So now that we're back at the castle, for some reason, Ron thinks Dorinda and Michael are traitors. Michael, I understand, but Dorinda, I don't really get his logic, but his smart strategy is to confront Dorinda when she's talking to Steven in one of the living rooms. Like, what kind of strategy is that? Just outright saying, I think it's you. It really comes out of nowhere for Dorinda, and I feel so bad for Steven. Side note, Steven is like one of my OG crushes as well. If I was in the house with Rob and Steven, I don't know how I would even be functioning because I would be rendered just completely useless. I'd be staring at them all day, basically. So there's a lot of hot people this season. It's basically Michael versus Colton in the kitchen for a little bit before the round table. He calls the group Colton's killers, and honestly, I get his reasoning for being so annoyed with Colton. There's no strategy to Colton's game at all. He's just going off of his like hunch, and his hunch is completely wrong. He's not that smart. So then we get to the round table. Candace opens up by asking if they want to discuss the little meltdown that Michael had in the kitchen. Colton does bring up that the reason he thinks Michael is a traitor is because everyone who voted for Michael the first night is now gone out of the show, but Michael's also like, so you think one person is the traitor, just calling the shots? Michael is basically losing his mind at this point at the round table. He's calling Colton a conniving, commiserating, colluding cannibal. Like he's naming all of the C insults he can think of, but then Rob out of nowhere is like, my dictionary baby boy. He's like, first of all, that's not what commiserating means. You're using commiserating wrong. Thank you, Dictionary Rob. Really appreciate you. Michael is just losing his mind at this point. He said that Colton would be a great traitor because he's used to holding a secret, alluding to the fact that Colton was in the closet for like 20 years. It's like, whoa, Michael, relax. Don't be fucking rude. Don't be fucking rude. That insult came out of nowhere, and he's trying to walk it back like, I didn't mean to be offensive, but it's like, I think you kind of did mean to be offensive. It's just like, I don't think you meant to say it in front of so many people. So Michael is pissing off the entire house at this point, and therefore they all eliminate him because they can't stand him, and I don't blame them. Eric Nam said, like, you're either a really bad faithful or you're like a horrible traitor. Like, he's just bad at the game, period. And no one mourns the wicked. It was time for him to go. Bye, Michael. No one's gonna miss you. So after Michael's elimination, they all are gathering around the house, and a lot of people are talking about Colton still. He's just getting on everyone's nerve, basically. It's just like bad gameplay, whether he's a faithful or a traitor. The way he's kind of stomping around the house and commanding authority is unnerving. I would be like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, it's the Bachelor people, the ex-Bachelor men. Like, Pilot Pete did the same thing. They're trying so hard to be the golden boy. Again, Rob is there. It's not going to be you, Colton. It's just simply not going to be you. So take a chill pill and relax. Colton brings up Lisa, and Dorinda kind of backs up his point that she's just not being her usual Lisa Rinna fabulous self who we see on TV. Lisa is a huge character on TV, and you would think she would be acting the same way on the Traitors, but because she's a traitor, she's being so quiet and keeping to herself, and it's just unusual Lisa Rinna behavior. I feel like when you're around Lisa Rinna, you want to see Lisa fucking Rinna, okay? I feel like going into the next episodes, Colton and Lisa are definitely going to be the hot topics on everyone's mouth. Kind of hoping Colton goes, but also since Lisa's such a bad traitor at this point, I really wouldn't mind seeing her go either. All right, catch you in the next one. Bye.